recognized more often than others. It is better known as gaslighting, with verbal attacks, intimidation, threats, and manipulation. Very key, manipulation. So here it is. Gaslighting can have serious psychological effects on you. You can have feelings of confusion and self-doubt and anxiety and depression, and even losing your identity, and all of that because you're a happy person. So those are some things that really, really happen that we're not aware of. I'm going to give you some steps that you could recognize in a gaslighter. Isolation. Often you'll be isolated from your sources of support or people that validate you, such as your friends and your family, anyone that can help you professionally in order to control your perception of reality. So that's what the gaslighter does when they isolate you. Projection is another. So gaslighters may project their own behaviors, emotions, or their own intentions onto you to make you feel as though you're the one at fault. You're the one that's responsible for their actions. For instance, the gaslighter is being unfaithful. They might accuse you of being paranoid or jealous, or there's something wrong with your mind. They can use rejection of sex as a weapon to punish you. So those are things that happen when the gaslighter does projection. Twisting and distorting is another one. And what the gaslighter does at that point is that they try to distort the truth, or they manipulate the facts to make you doubt your own memory or your own understanding of what you remember or understand of that event. So they might say things like, you're remembering it wrong, you're making things up. They may even undermine your trust in other people and convince you that no one will understand or even believe you because they're so good, and everybody thinks they don't have any issues. The other thing is denial and misdirection. The gaslighter then makes your perceptions, experiences, and feelings, they dismiss them like they're not really happening. And there's other forms of psychological manipulation designed to control or to demean you. And men love to do this to women. I know women can do it to men as well, but I'm speaking to the women today that are having to deal with very tough relationships. So the last one, of course, is repetition. That's when the gaslighter is often repetitive and escalating in their patterns of behavior, increasing how difficult it is to trust your own judgment. They basically just keep repeating things so that you will start to doubt what you really believe. And I want to let you know that a broad range of behaviors are aimed at manipulating, controlling, or demeaning individuals. So, and they will demean your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors. They will dismiss everything about you. So simply, gaslighting are tactics, and those tactics involve going beyond your verbal communication. It actually involves emotional manipulation. When you talk about psychological, it's not just mental, it's emotional. And they want control over your every thought and your every being. And so it happens in intimate relationships, family dynamics, workplaces, and social settings. So I do want to say that it's not the worst psychological abuse that I've known. Sleep deprivation is probably the worst. But if you're experiencing a gaslighter, then know that they are just trying to control and manipulate you emotionally and mentally and psychologically, so that you don't know who you are and you can't be who you are. So my thing to you today is to just be who you are. Recognize all of the red flags of a gaslighter and deal with them. Bring them out, confront, talk about it, and then you'll see how much easier it is for you